And joining from, this is Monday, the 20th of April, 2026. We are here again to go through the Nigerian stock market and, of course, explore foreign markets as well. Thank you very much for joining from wherever you are. I'm so excited today. We're building something fantastic and very unique. Nothing of such has ever been seen anywhere in the world. Indeed, we can all make mountains move. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm just talking about the Nigerian Stock Exchange and, of course, your Net Worth Investors Club. I'm excited to be here to go all the way again. As usual, we do our live streams. This is a global live stream connected to every part of the world where our followers and members of the club are, intentionally individuals and corporate organizations intending to build their personal and corporate net worth. And so I'm excited to lead the charge as we proceed to continue to grow our network. Most of you, your portfolios experienced a jump on Friday. And that's part of what is exciting me now because, honestly speaking, the Nigerian market is opening up to a wider collection of foreign portfolio investors. That's what's coming in. And usually, when hot money like that comes in, especially in hard currencies, they are looking for the strongest companies because that's where security is. So if you are not loaded in the very best of Nigerian stocks, you better do so that you enjoy the ride because you paid the price. I mean, you had confidence in the system when no one else did. Why is the foreign portfolio investors' attention shifting towards the Nigerian market now? Because Nigeria was recently re-rated by the Russell, FTSE Russell rating agency that has rated Nigeria a frontier market. And for that reason, more eyes will be coming and looking into our markets. And of course, you can see what that has done and impacted the Nigerian banking stocks, especially the big banks. Suddenly, trading at 100 naira is not a big deal anymore, at least for 3 Nigerian banks. And many more others will be joining as the race continues. Suddenly, Zenith Bank is no longer pulling back to around 110 naira or under 100 naira per share because there is huge money trailing and chasing those banks. Of course, take a good look at big guns. I mean, the blue chips like Dangote Cement, MTN, Aradel, even Seplat, which we thought was too expensive at 9,000 naira per share. It's now over 10,500 naira per share and still counting. This is what you reap when you get into the market early. Welcome to Net Worth Investors Club, and I welcome all club members across the world. We do this global live stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Apologies for not being able to stream on Friday because I had a very serious engagement that Friday and I couldn't just come online. But here we are bounced back, and indeed, Friday ended very well. Please, this is not a Ponzi scheme. Net Worth Investors Club is not an investment club. No one is coming to ask you to bring your money for them to invest on your behalf. It's a do-it-yourself club, and there are reasons for it. First, we are knowledge-driven. We care about the investment knowledge and acumen of Nigerians, and so we want you to learn. But even before you learn, you can still earn. That's why we do analysis for free. Joining the club is free. Just follow me on Instagram, send me a DM, and you will be sent the link and instructions on how to join. Even if you are a novice in the stock market, as we call it, a newbie, never mind. We are the reason why you must get going. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, I'll proceed right now as usual to let you know our moderators in the house, Dr. B. Rich, Maobi, Rehoboth, Mr. Luke, Siwe, and so many more of them that you will see. Talking about Mr. Anthony and so on. All right? They will be responding to some of the questions I'm not able to meet up with. We will continue like this. I'll take your comments, but before then, let's see what happened last week. Review of trading activities on the stock exchange last week. Afterwards, we'll take your comments on all platforms. We are live on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and on Facebook. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will proceed to take in your comments. But before we proceed with that, let me go and share with us review of trading activities on the exchange. The Nigerian equities market recorded its strongest weekly performance of 2026 Listen to this very well, and you will understand why I said what I said about the entrance of foreign portfolio investors into the Nigerian market. As much as the market did in January and February, which were very bullish market periods, we saw last week recorded the strongest weekly performance in 2026, closing the week ended April 17th, up 6.57% at 217,167.57 points, driven by heavyweight oil and gas and banking stocks. Did you get that? Those were the focus of most of these monies flowing into the Nigerian market now. This rally marked a 13,397.14 point surge from the opening level of 203,770.43 points as the index crossed the 217,000 points threshold for the first time in the history of the NGX. Year-to-date return climbed to 39.56%, with market capitalization swelling to 139.8 trillion naira from 131.2 trillion naira, while trading activities total 3.5 billion shares across 254,553 deals. Market breadth strengthened notably, with 61 stocks in green compared to 25 the prior week, while 36 equities declined from 54 and 49 stocks closed unchanged. What the data is saying, according to the trading data, the market traded all 5 sessions of the week, closing each session in positive territory and reflecting sustained bullish sentiment throughout the period. Listen, this is not a normally bullish period, April, May, and these are the eventualities of the market that makes the market unpredictable. And that's why I will always tell you, no one can predict the stock market. Anything can happen. And that's why it's good to stay invested. Do you get the point now? The week opened with 0.35% gain on Monday. Then by Wednesday, the index had climbed to 209,323. Momentum strengthened on Thursday as the market crossed the 210,000 mark. Remember, when the Nigerian stock market used to struggle to touch 100,000 points. But right now, we are discussing 200,000+. Across key segments, NGX Premium Index outperformed the broader market, rising 8.05% as First Holdco surged 22.96%. You wondering why First Holdco is jumping the way it is? Well, I'm not surprised. And then the much maligned Access Holdings also gained 15%. I saw it dilly-dally around 24 and 25 for so long, and then suddenly, boom, climbed up 15%. Zenith advanced 12.5%. MTN rose 10.74%. If you remember, I always said MTN is no longer going to drop below 700. And so for those of us who bought at 704, as I mentioned here, congratulations, because it's over 800+ now. Then one notable contributor included Lafarge, up 4.2%, UBA gaining 2%, and Dangote Cement rising 1.6%. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll just stop there right now because I'm too eager to take your comments and let us keep going. But please be informed, ladies and gents, that the stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Please understand this reality. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Though it can reward us handsomely and quicker than we ever expected, do not take the stock market like a Ponzi scheme. It is not a forex trading. It's not a fixed asset class. Understand that you just need time and tact. And we are here to provide a little bit of that tact in terms of intelligent analysis about these stocks. Apologies for everyone on Instagram. I saw that there was some disruptions, and I'm thinking that is now corrected. So apologies everyone on Instagram. So listen, do not take whatever I say hook, line, and sinker, because the views and opinions expressed in this live stream are 100% personal. They are mine and not meant to be investment advice. Do your own research before you take any investment or make any investment decisions. All right, Joy Mbalaso, I see you there on YouTube. Says we missed you on Friday. Yes, I missed you all on Friday as well. Violet Adaobi, Oluwaseyi Adegoke, Muhammad Rabiu, Bright Hills, Efe Wilfred, Barnabas Gone, Amir Jayo Sylvester. Thank you very much for joining on YouTube. Jemima, Jemmy, Okiroro, Peter, Sunday, Onwazombe, Get Fit, Femi Oguni, appreciate all of you. Paul Odunayo, Emma Ocho, Ortega, MK, thank you so very much. Enoch Kilanko, appreciate you there. Thank you for all your efforts at making this live stream on YouTube worth the while. Suleiman Usman, appreciate you there. So I'm going to take your comments now. TikTok is hanging, coach. I think that has been sorted right now. That's coming from Bolaji Benta. Bolaji Bentai, that has been sorted now. Instagram also is now working perfectly, so we can fly. I have a friend who has 100K to invest and keep topping up monthly. Can you recommend a stable stock to buy? Oluwaseyi Adegoke. Well, tip will be a good one. Otherwise, it goes for penny stocks like McNichols or a stock like Tantalizers. Okay? You know how we do it? Do not just stay and watch. Be a part of what we are doing. And how you can be a part is reach out by power tapping your screens, keep liking, keep sharing on all platforms. That way you attract the attention of many more others who should join us and to benefit from what we are sharing here. All right, on to you, Facebook. Hello, coach. Is First Holdco a goodbye today? Victor Okudili, First Holdco made a surprising move above 60 naira. And I'm thinking, will it pull back or not? Because it's been a good buy around 50 and under. And I kept talking about it until it got past 50 onto 55. The moment it touched 55, I stopped talking about it. But you know what? If you are investing long term, and this is what I always say, don't wait until these stocks jump before you start asking questions. Those who know me know I kept talking First Bank from when it was 19 last year or so, and then climbed to 29. Someone asked about it. I said, leave that stock, it will run. Okay. So please, let's buy these things early enough. I've been mentioning some stocks now. It's looking like it's not moving. That's when to get in. You will hear people coming to ask, is PZ okay at 90? But I've been talking PZ from 45, got to 50, got to 60. I'm still talking about PZ is 70 something. It touched 83, it came back down to 76. Nobody's looking at it. If it touches 90, people will come and start asking, is it good to buy? Why wait till that time? Okay, of Biosa Godwin says, good afternoon, coach. Sunday Uche, coach, is UM REIT, UH REIT, Home REIT still a good entry? Actually, you know, Homes REIT, very good stock there. I won't say too much yet because I have a lot to prove, and I have not made my data ready to prove to you what a fantastic stock Union Homes REIT could just turn out to be. So please go ahead and make your comments, and as you know, do well to always copy paste your comments because the screens are scrolling very fast on their own automatically. So the best thing to do is, in order for you to give me a chance to respond quicker, do well to keep reposting your comment. What stock you talking about, coach? Just go fact. I was talking about Union Homes REIT. The market may not discover it yet, but I found something about it, and at the appropriate time, I will share the details surrounding that stock. Okay? All right, keep your comments coming in, but please go ahead and like and share. Facebookers, you've been amazing. Instagram and YouTubers, you've been fantastic. Please do well to keep sharing on YouTube. And if you are anywhere else and you are not on the YouTube channel, something may be coming up that you may just be missing. Do well to go and subscribe. It's all for free. Hi, coach. I bought Zenith at 75. I want to get more. What do you think? Go in now. In a Zenith Bank doesn't seem to have the patience to wait for anyone. As we speak, I saw it running this morning. Let me just check again, because these days, if your instinct tells you move, you move. At the rate we saw Stanbic climbing and touching 200 last week, you just never know if Zenith will not be chasing around 120. So take a look at this. Suddenly, goodness gracious, Dangote Cement is gaining about 25 naira, and currently we are seeing 828 naira from nowhere. And of course, Zenith is climbing to 127. Whatever your instinct tells you to do now, you better do so, because fresh funds are coming into the market. Whether it will pull back or not, I don't know, but I'm seeing bids at 127 and 40 kobo. One person is bidding over nearly 700,000 for units of Zenith Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, you won't believe it. Access Corporation, 32 naira per share. Goodness gracious. And what is UBA still doing at 48? This is crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, Access, that was maligned severally, is currently now on full bid. Unbelievable. Access Bank full bid jumped from 29 naira 90 kobo to 32 naira 85 kobo. 31 million bids for Access, 0 offers, and they've done 52 million shares already. 1.6 billion naira worth of Access Bank traded. First Holdco, 70 naira per share from 64 naira. 3.1 billion naira worth of First Bank traded already. This market is boiling. Ladies and gentlemen, what is still holding UBA back? What is going on? Is this an opportunity for people who couldn't get access or First Holdco to get into UBA? That is what I will advise if you do not have these stocks right now, because I really can't explain what is holding UBA back still at 48 naira per share. 10.9 million shares bidded for versus 6.5. For the first time, UBA's bids are now more than offers. Will UBA run into full bid today? We'll watch and see. Coach, talk about M benefits and tantalizer. Is this still a good stock to hold? They keep dipping. Love of your life. That's one thing that will happen to penny stocks. You don't expect penny stocks to run all through the moment you buy. We are all in the deep that they are dipping. We are patiently there. Their time will come. But for now, hot foreign portfolio investors' cash is chasing after the biggest stocks. And this is why we tell people, position yourselves in these stocks. Aradel is gaining 31 naira, currently 1,680. Custodian is flying, gaining 2 naira, currently 75 naira per share. But the biggest surprise so far is the much maligned Access Corporation, 32 naira 85 kobo. Anybody bought Access at 25 last week? It's almost making 10 naira gain already. Wow. Hey, World Class Coach, been a while. Uncle Willie, it's good to have you, sir. Appreciate you for dropping by. You know, we are here in this team for life. In case you don't know, anybody who is just joining us for the first time, this is what I've been doing for 28 years. When there was no internet to check prices, up until now in this digital age. Ladies and gentlemen, when I'm gaining 85 kobo, currently 28 naira per share. Wow. This is simply amazing. My fellow investors, I greet you now. Brachas Collectibles, thank you very much. We greet you too. Every stock has its own day. Look at Access Corp. You see that? So while UBA was sleeping and dilly-dallying and people were complaining, well, ladies and gentlemen, UBA jumps to 49 naira, and I'm seeing bids now, heavy bids over 49 naira 55 kobo. In fact, the highest bidder for UBA currently now is 49.75. Is UBA about to wake up? Oh my God, this is looking exciting. This is looking interesting. Can we keep going on with your questions? Because I'm too excited to take them. Hello, Coach. I've been in your DM since February, so please add me in the group. Oh, Fiwatech, don't drop one message and disappear waiting for a response. That's a mistake, because number one, there are hundreds and thousands of DMs dropping, requesting for information. If now that I'm spending 2 hours during the live stream, you drop a DM and go and sleep, before I return to see it, I mean, thousands of DMs must have buried what you said. Please do well to keep sending. 24 hours after you send no response, resend. That's the way to go. Ladies and gentlemen, UBA 49 naira 45 kobo. Is it about to touch 50 naira today as we speak? And then bid and offer status 12.5 million bids versus 5.8 million offers. Ladies and gentlemen, UBA 49 naira 95 kobo is the highest bid I'm seeing here. Even if the last transaction was at 49.45, we see how it goes. Now, this is the beauty of what we do here. I'm giving you real-time trading updates. This is more like a football match commentary. What is going on per second? That's what we are seeing here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we are here. Coach, good afternoon. Happy New Week and congratulations on your recent award. Success Factor, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, that reminds me, I left the award, the plaque in the house all along. And today I said, I will be bringing your award to you because you all made it happen. So ladies and gentlemen, here we are. This is your award. You made this happen. I hope you can see it with the name. My name there is inscribed right here where I'm pointing at now. This is your award. 100 iconic African personalities of the year 2026. You all made this happen. Not me alone. Without you, this cannot happen. And we were doing this on a daily basis. Listen to this. Last year, it was daily. We were doing live stream. You can imagine. How I didn't break down, I don't know. Mondays to Fridays. We were here 2 hours on a daily basis. I think that actually affected my waist because I was having waist pain at some point. So we were doing this tirelessly, not knowing that we were being recognized. And today, here is your award. I went all the way to Lagos and brought it to you. Congratulations. Every member of Network Investors Club, you are simply amazing. Thank you very much. I hope you see and savor it. Thank you. When we'll be having physical sessions, any award that we win, I'll bring it live and we'll be seeing ourselves. And of course, the executive team of your club have been meeting silently, stepping up preparations for the full structure of your club. And already it's looking like we'll be having a minimum of 2 physical sessions, one in December, one in August. Watch out. Watch out. Network Investors Club is coming to your neighborhood live and direct. Congratulations, everybody. We are doing something amazing, even if we didn't know. But now this tells us we are really doing something right. Okay? This should serve as motivation to all of you. Whatever you are doing, stay at it. Keep pushing, keep doing this. You just don't know who is watching. Okay? I met fellow Africans, I told you, and we had a fantastic time. Bright minds, entrepreneurs, business-minded people exploring in every field of thought that they are engaged in. And I was glad to represent you very well. During the meet and greet, I told them something that shook the entire hall. You know, we had a meet and greet the day before the business summit, and then I told them, everybody was going to talk, you know, you introduce yourself and everything, and then I went there. I was among the last to speak, so people were already getting tired, everybody had spoken, but the moment I went there and said, everybody in this room, you are at risk. Everybody sat up and said, what? What risk? And then I told them about investing. If you are not investing, you are at risk. No matter how much money you are making now, all your running around will stop. Forget it. We had a blast. All right, let's keep going. Congratulations to all of us, but especially to you, coach, that's coming from Uncle Willie. I can't thank you all enough, ladies and gentlemen. It's not me, it's us. Okay? I bought Stanbic at 128 and now it's 188, making over 800K profit. What should I do? Take profit or hold? Just go fact. Depends on your investment goal. What was the reason you bought this stock? We are not here to teach you hit and run mentality. You know, people invest in crypto, invest in Forex, and even Ponzi's. And that mentality is, if you see gain, you run away. You see gain, you take it and run away. 2 years from now, will you be happy to see a stock like the Stanbic you want to sell at 188 at 250 naira per share and still be normal? If your original intent for investing in Stanbic was to take profit, go ahead, take your profit. But here, we invest strategically. Don't forget, your club has a team of the year. For 2028, the club team of the year is growing net worth through intelligent capital allocation. So we are strategically investing. We're not just looking for short-term profits here and there. You will lose out completely. There are people who bought Zenith Bank at 50 and sold at 70. Today, Zenith is 27, 127. The same year. This same year. If it's not 50, some people bought at 68 this year. And maybe they sold at 80, 90. Look at Zenith, 127. We are not trying to make short-term money. That's if that's the reason for this gathering, then we have failed completely. The reason for this gathering is to inculcate in us an investment culture that will make us relax and watch money grow repeatedly. Okay? For instance, you bought at 128. Your dividend yield is better than whoever buys at 188. There are too many things that we miss out when we try to go for short-term profits. I'm not saying it's not good to take profits. What was your original plan? We have a strategy. Most of our portfolio is for long-term play so that we can watch. For instance, my UBA, I always tell you people, my entry price is 7 naira. Average cost for UBA for me is 7 naira. Today, that UBA is pursuing 50 naira. If at all, it's not up to 50 naira yet. Okay? So please allocate funds intelligently. And we want to see you grow just the way we have grown. Hello, coach. Okay, I've responded to this. Now, it's not looking like Instagram is actually scrolling automatically, so I'll need to help myself. Hario Teyi says, good morning, coach. What 4 stocks can I get to build my portfolio with 15 million? Well, at the moment, oh my God, Aradel 21 naira gained 1,670. Doesn't look like it wants to stop. Okay, 4 stocks, 15 million. What do we do now? WAPCO is looking interesting, even though it's gaining already. UBA time is calling very soon. I don't think we'll see that UBA under 50. Currently 49.75. Though I'm seeing beats at 51 for UBA. I don't know if my this particular browser is slowing me down. Maybe I need to check on another platform. But it's looking like UBA has jumped to 51, ladies and gentlemen. The other stock that was always behind schedule was Fidelity. Stagnated for so long. Let's see how much Fidelity is right now. So I was calling the 4 stocks: PZ, UBA, WAPCO, Beta Glass. I'm making it 5 now. UACN. If Unilever has climbed up to 111 or thereabouts, UACN will be coming behind it and will surely eventually end up overtaking it if care is not taken. Let's see what's happening with a bank like Fidelity that laid low for 1 full year, stagnated at around 19 and 20 naira. Fidelity Bank, where are you? Are you seeing the rally going on with all the other banks? Let's see. That could be one other undervalued bank right now, irrespective of what's going on. All right, Fidelity is at 20 naira 55 kobo. Some of these banks will give you an opportunity to jump in if you missed out on the others. When you see Wema doing 27, you know that Fidelity is not far from it. Fidelity first touched 25 naira per share before Wema Bank. So whatever is slowing Fidelity Bank could just be a blessing in disguise for those who have missed out on the others. Just as UBA kept lying low there. Where is Ikem Benzoic? We're talking about UBA the other time. UBA has been dragged back down to 48. Something is not right. I'm seeing 48 on my dashboard, but I'm seeing bids at 51. 220,000 bids at 51 naira plus and above. And yet, on the dashboard, what I'm seeing is 48. So, and the 48, last transaction, 600 shares. There are unseen forces fighting hard to keep UBA at that 48, not to touch 50. But I'm seeing bids at 51 plus, more than 200,000 bids at 51 plus. And yet somebody just went there, did 600 shares at 48 and left it there. And while I'm still talking, they've done another one, 150 shares at 48, just to keep the price at 48 and make it look like it's not moving. We are seeing what's happening, don't worry. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why we're here, to open up details of what's happening in the market, even if you can't see it yourself. My coach, how about AfriPrud, GGMU? Actually, AfriPrud has seen very good days, especially up till last year. So people will not be too crazy about going in yet. Let's see what AfriPrud is doing. It's down from 14 naira to 13 naira 25. And if you want to eye AfriPrud and take position, anything under 13 will be a good entry. But you've got to be patient, because you know they did a 1-for-1, yes, last year. So they are struggling to recover from that 1-for-1 that they issued. That saw the price rise to around 19 naira plus that last year. Talk about M benefit, it keeps dipping. Okay, Ajayi Felicia, I think I've mentioned this before. Penny stocks will suffer when the big guns are running. After the big guns finish running, eyes will now return to penny stocks. In fact, part of what collapses those penny stocks is that holders are dumping them to go and buy the big guns, because that's where the hot money is going for now. Okay, I bought UB at 48 this morning. Wells Gold, wonderful move there. Coach, talk about Dangote refinery. What am I talking about? We've said the refinery will be listed. We are waiting. When it gets listed, we'll talk about it. Horrible MKO keys. There's nothing much to talk about. And people are still asking me, how can I buy Dangote refinery shares when it comes out? There has been unnecessary panic created in the atmosphere through social media. Anybody can buy Dangote refinery stocks when the offer is out. Now, part of what we need to understand about that offer is it's going to be a cross-border listing. Haha. Now that's big again. Some 4 or 5 African countries will join the Nigerian exchange to list that stock. So that IPO is hybrid intercontinental. Come on now. Oh my God. So perhaps that's why so many people are interested, but it's a good thing for the Nigerian exchange, okay? And this is part of the reasons why with this FPI is coming in, plus the way the Dangote refinery listing is going, IPO is going, I may position much more in NGX later on. Okay, let's go on. Bua Foods, 825 naira. It's gaining about 40 kobo per share right now. Glory Jix says, hello coach, what about UCAP? I have 50,000 units. Should I keep topping up? UCAP also smarting from a 2-for-1 bonus given in 2024, I think is valuable at 16. That UCAP is supposed to be a 20 naira stock, but if you see it at 16 where I saw it last week, then it's good. 16 naira 40 kobo was what it closed on Friday. Excuse me. And you can actually buy at 16 naira 40 kobo right now. But the last transaction there I'm seeing is at 17 naira per share. Because of the 2-for-1 dilution of the existing shares, you can imagine 2-for-1. For every one you have, they give you 2. So they have diluted the number of existing shares double times. That's what it means. So their per share metrics was heavily affected. So they are now trying to rebuild. And of course, the funds they used to fund the bonus shares has been used to also further expand the business. That's the advantage. So all you need is time for all these stocks that gave bonuses. Not these big bonuses, tiny bonuses like 1 for 5, 1 for 4, 1 for 3. No. You could see why Vitafoam 1 for 5, NGX 1 for 3, NACO 1 for 7. They all recovered very quickly because the markdown is not very significant. So it recovers very fast. But when it's 1 for 1, that's 50% slash the old price. That's the way it works. And then, not to talk of VFD that did 5 for 1. They slashed it from around 93 to about 16. Okay? Hello, coach. What's up with Champion Breweries IPO and tip? No information. We are waiting for approval. As for tip, I've seen their official statement. that they are now awaiting approval for the admission of the extra shares, because part of what delayed TIP from allotment was that they made a decision to take in the over subscription as public offers, so that they will now need extra approval, because you can't take more than what was approved before you did the listing, the offer. So since they saw that the offer was overwhelmingly oversubscribed, they are now seeking approval to admit the excess, then allotment will happen. So they are at that stage where they're waiting for regulators to approve. Katie's Brand says, I'm just getting to know about this. How do I start? Katie, very simple. First, open a stock brokerage account with a stockbroker of your choice. If it sounds strange in your ears, a stockbroker is the middleman you must pass through if you want to buy or sell stocks internationally or locally. Okay? Join Network Investors Club. Follow me on Instagram. Send me a DM requesting that you are a beginner. All we need to do is send you step by step, beginning with the beginner's guide video, so you can proceed to start investing while still learning. Your joining the Network Investors Club will also help you keep pace with market developments and analysis going on in the group. Coach, please talk about Sterling Bank, Kids Ankara NG. Sterling Bank has remained stagnant also for a while due to not very impressive performance, but it's doing pretty good somehow. And if all these other bank stocks starts jumping, definitely Sterling will have no other option but to follow suit. Currently, 7 naira 90 kobo can be sluggish in trying to catch up with others when this movement starts, but you never know. 7 naira 85 kobo on Friday, close to 7 naira 90 kobo. Hello, coach. Good day. Please, any problem with NNFM? I've been trying to sell mine, but it's not selling. Inky, NNFM is experiencing no offers. That's why it's been stagnant. It's on full offer. No bid. It's been stagnant on full offer. After 2.5 hours of trading, only 4,000 shares have been traded. So there are no buyers for NNFM. That's why you're not able to transact. Coach, please talk about charms. It's been dipping continuously. Crown Princess, please, everybody listen. All penny stocks are bound to suffer when the big guns are running. I told you all, January was the month for pennies. They kept jumping and jumping, and all of them were just running, and the big guns were just looking at them. So it's almost like one before the other. Most people who load penny stocks and are seeing attraction with the big guns are selling down penny stocks to buy these ones. You who has a long-term view, stay calm, because that's the reason why we bought those penny stocks. I have my charms. I'm calm. I will wait till further notice. Okay? So that's it. Please, coach, talk about, and that's why we say apportion your portfolio in such a way that at least 70% of it is constituted by the big guns, blue chip companies, growth stocks that have done it, been there, done that. Then allocate 70% for pennies. Because there are times when the pennies will jump over the moon and eventually give you so much money, but they will not give you this regular progression. They will always suffer dips. But if you hold long enough, what looks like a dip now will disappear completely, and you'll be in perpetual profit. So those of us who bought into stocks like ROT Briscoe early, these charms we're talking about early, we're in perpetual profit. All right? So time in the market will always outperform timing the market. And then if you are a long-term investor, you have to learn to sit and watch your stock decline and watch it recover without panicking too much, unless you have an immediate and very urgent need for money and there's no other place, then you have to sell at a loss. Otherwise, the loss you see today is merely on paper. Every loss is on paper until you sell. And I can assure you, most of the stocks I've bought, a lot of them deep when I buy them first. Even after waiting and waiting, only few of them jump the moment I buy and remain in profit. There are times they will just dip and stay in loss. So I now buy more. Okay, Coach, what's your view on cornhole? Akindele Ayo Emmanuel. Cornhole is a penny that will also be slow, sluggish, but will try because the asset class and the balance sheet is solid for cornhole. All right, let's go on to YouTube. I haven't seen their messages for a while. I'm sure they are pending a lot. Good afternoon, Coach. Please, it's safe to keep VFD group. Very safe. Febo, Ojo, please hold your VFD group. You can't be everywhere all the time, and you can't be in every running stock. While I'm talking to you now, there are stocks in my portfolio that are not flinching, no matter what is happening now. So it's like that. Everybody develop the capacity to watch your stocks, not move. Some of them not respond when others are jumping. Every stock has its own day. Access Bank and UBA stocks have gone up. Should I go ahead to buy or wait for a pullback? What were you waiting for all along? And if you didn't have cash then and you now have cash now, Access is already on full bid. I have never advised anybody to go and still chase a stock that's on full bid. UBA is not on full bid, still available. Why not go ahead and buy that one? And then stop waiting till the stock start jumping, then you go and buy. You see? All right, good day, Coach. Is PZ a good buy now as I'm thinking of topping up, and at what price? Get fit. PZ, always a good buy by my estimation now and till in the future. PZ, very good buy. Let's see how much it's going for at the moment. A whole lot of money is coming into the Nigerian market from what I see. Ladies and gentlemen, UBA I'm seeing is 51.90. Oh my God, this is becoming very, very interesting. UBA 51 naira 90 kobo. I told you all, don't sleep on UBA. It offered a fantastic opportunity, and now here we are. Yes, I was going to check on PZ, right? Now let's see what PZ is doing. PZ 77 naira from 77.60 to 77.05. That's the best price available because 8.5 million bids are chasing just 1.2 million offers. Talking about PZ. Can I top up NGX Group? Why not? Would you, babe? Go ahead. Coach, what's going on with Jaiz Bank? Nothing is going on. Jaiz is gathering steam. You know, if you see Jaiz at 9 naira, that's about the best price to buy Jaiz Bank. Go ahead, buy your Jaiz. All right? Keep your comments coming in, ladies and gents. Is it a good time to buy Mark Nichols? Soja, Mark Nichols, I hope you have the patience to wait for that one. If it's about the time to buy, if you see it at 650 and under, good price. It's not about the time, it's about the price. If possible, you can bid at 625 because there are less bids than offers. And usually when penny stocks suffer, Mark Nichols cannot be left untouched. Okay. Good day, Coach. Apart from Lafarge, from large cap stocks, which of the 1 million challenge stocks are likely to benefit from the foreign portfolio investors? Actually, I can't tell. You know, we are talking about hard currency, US dollars. When they come, they're not looking for pennies. You know, so I don't know which penny stock can benefit from that inflow. What happens is the big guns will run for a while, and then at some point, the pennies will now look too cheap, and then monies will start trickling down there. But no penny stock will attract a foreign portfolio investor. From what I know about investing, because they don't understand the details and, you know, the intricacies of the Nigerian market, they will go for where safety is. For instance, Dangote Cement. They know that this is Dangote that everybody knows has a refinery. And they will check historical price movement and, of course, many other things. They will not now go and risk money in a penny that can move from 3 naira to 2 naira, thereby losing nearly 40% or so. But they will rather stick with a Dangote cement of 800 naira, knowing fully well it can't drop below 700. You get the point now. The same thing for a stock like MTN. So those are the kind of stocks they'll be going for. Aradel, Seplat. Okay? They will know that Seplat is listed dually in the London Stock Exchange and the Nigerian Stock Exchange. So companies with pedigree, those are the companies they will be going for. Good afternoon, Coach. Thank you for all you do. Please, any news about Vitaphone bonus allotment? No news. Moneo. Naughty are not your regular farm girl. Says, hi, Coach. What's happening to UBA? Their stocks keeps dropping. Not your regular farm girl. Check again. The UBA you knew of yesterday is no longer the UBA that we are seeing today, because as I speak to you now, even if UBA closed at 48 naira per share last week, as we speak, it's at 51 naira 50 kobo. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach, what price is best to bid for custodian at the moment? Love it. Custodian insurance, I saw it gaining 2 naira today per share. Let's see how much you can buy. It was 73 naira. Okay, it's now 76 naira 80 kobo. So even the 2 naira I saw it gain at 75 is no more at the moment. It's now 76 naira 80 kobo per share. Amazing stuff. I think you could just put in a bid at 75. There's a chance you can buy. But a lot of times these stocks pull back and stay there for a while. That was the time to buy. I understand quite well. Some of you exhaust your funds and then you need more fresh funds, and maybe it comes when the stock has jumped. The truth is, by my personal valuation, custodian investment is actually a 90 naira stock. When will it touch 90? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm seated in that bus for as long as possible. I found it, got in at 45. We're at kilometer 76 now. Don't forget, it's actually pulled back from as high as 81 naira 90 kobo few weeks back. So this is it, recovering from that pullback above 80. Maybe it's on its way back to 80. We don't know. So you do the rest. Hey, it's Kaka says, I sold my UBA for RRD, no regret. Oh yes, sure. RRD must have returned some reasonable amount for you as well. So no loss, no pain. Sir, why is PZ always having higher bids than offer, but the prices ain't going up much? You really observe very well. I can't explain why. Maybe there are deliberate attempts to continue to price it lower and keep it under 100 naira per share. We don't know. Hello, Coach. Please talk about charms and cutics, please. I've said a lot. Impulse luxury, charms, cutics, and every other penny stock will suffer a little bit right now that attention is on the big guns. Maybe after the big guns, goodness gracious, what am I seeing? Fidelity Bank, 22 naira per share. Oh my word. Now, a lot is going on here, people of God. Suddenly, Fidelity has jumped. I told you to stay patient. 22 naira from 20 naira per share. That's Fidelity is going on a full bid. Ladies and gentlemen, 15.7 million bids, 4,243 offers. This is automatically full bid activated for Fidelity Bank. Oh my God, there's a lot of value in this Fidelity, I can tell you. There's no how Fidelity can be worse than it was 1 year ago, yet the price hasn't moved. There are people who still bought Fidelity at 25, and for the first time, Fidelity is climbing away from 1920 to 22 naira. Watch this space. anyone who was able to wait or anyone who jumped in when it dropped to 19, I congratulate you now. You are doing well. Awesome. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep going as time is not our friend. Very soon, in 10 minutes, we'll be taking your calls on TikTok. Coach, can you please talk about Wema Bank? Look to have a strong upward momentum. Wema has been on a run since last week. It touched 27. It's currently 27.85. Last week was 27.15. Okay? All right. We keep going, ladies and gents. Do I have to keep my Veritas, Charms, and Tantalizers? Those are pennies. If your portfolio is structured well enough with serious blue chip companies occupying most of it, hold your pennies. Their day will come. I will insist. Hold your pennies. UBA was a penny in my portfolio, 7 naira per share. UBA, 7 naira per share was a penny. First Bank used to sell as low as 5 naira per share. Only that I sold off that one later on when I saw that it was misbehaving. It used to be 5 naira entry per share. And it's not been too long. It's not, well, I'm not talking about 10 years ago. I'm talking about 5 years or so ago. 7 naira UBA. It's no longer a penny. Hold your pennies. By this time last year, tip was 6 naira per share or 5 naira per share, penny. Today, tip is refusing to drop below 19. Hold your pennies. Don't fall for this thing. We've seen this all repeatedly. When I bought NACO for the first time, 9 naira per share, penny. In fact, that one collapsed immediately after I bought to 7 naira and stayed there for like 2-3 months before it recovered back. NACO, 200 and something. Ladies and gentlemen, NACO sneaked away from our very eyes and climbed to 220 last week. Let's see how much NACO is right now. 238 naira 95 kobo. NACO is becoming a problem in the stock market here. Having closed at 220 naira post bonus and dividend, we are seeing 238 naira 95 kobo. NACO. I hold my peace there and we keep going. Keep the comments coming in. We still have about 8 minutes more to pick up your comments. Is it a good time to buy McNichols? I've responded to that. Morning, coach. I have 1.5 million. Should I buy Vitafoam or should I top up my Zenith? And how much can I bid? Linda eBay. If your Zenith is not that much, then you top up your Zenith. Otherwise, it's looking like Vitafoam is almost catching up with Zenith in terms of price per share. So if you are satisfied with the volume of Zenith you have, then you may want to try Vitafoam. In any case, Vitafoam is going. How? We've not bought our Vitafoam. What's wrong with Vita? Vita, please calm down. We've not bought our Vita. Most of us have not gotten back to it. This is a Vitafoam of 45 naira last year. This Vitafoam was 45 naira last year. I mentioned it here. I bought 45 naira. Along the line, I sold high. So I'm out of the Vitafoam. I want to get back in. So me that is telling you Vitafoam, I have not bought and it is running. You see, that's the selflessness in this community. That I have not bought it does not mean that you should not know about it. We are here to share. Whenever I get disposable funds, I will check if I can still get into Vitafoam and then I get it. Okay? We are all waiting for dividends as fresh funds. Let the dividends rain down so we can apply ourselves to it. Good day, coach. Is it a good time to buy Duolingo Lustre domain? Yes, Duolingo. I actually bought Duolingo at $98 per share. Then it dropped to about 95 or so, or 94. Then recovered up back to 100 and so. Let me see how much Duol is selling for right now. Now, that's coming from Lustre domain. We are talking about the US stock market here. When you hear Duolingo, it's not on the NGX. Ticker symbol DUOL, Duol. trying to see what the current price of Dual is and possibly check what the pre-market price is. Okay, Dual is at $100.51. That's what it closed. In fact, it lost $2.94. Okay, so it was $103 last Friday, but closed lower at $100.51. Now in pre-markets, it's gaining $102.12. You could buy your Dual now. You are not losing anything. You know why? 6 months ago, Duolingo was selling for as high as $324 per share. 6 months ago, $324. So you're taking it at $100 per share. I mean, go in, but make sure you are buying for the long term. That's what I can guarantee you. If I'd known, I could have put much fund in NACO. Mine did over 100% just within 4 months. Yeah, that's why I say the stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme. But sometimes it rewards us faster than we imagine. Now, we don't know which one will jump and which one won't. But the important thing is you got yourself some NACO. The other things you bought will also have their own time to grow, so that in the long run, aggregate, your net worth is increasing. That's why we're called Net Worth Investors Club. Our focus is on growing our net worth. What's your net worth? Your total assets minus your total liabilities. Whatever is left is what they use to measure how rich you are. The rich list, the world rich list, that's how they measure their wealth. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, in 4 minutes, we'll be taking your calls on TikTok. But until then, let's keep going. How does the reduced tariff on sugar affect Dangote Sugar? Simple money. I think I've mentioned this. I mentioned this the last time we met on Wednesday here, that it is not a disadvantage to companies like Dangote Sugar, because first off, they are talking about imported sugar, tariff being reduced, so price of sugar should drop. But you know, Dangote Sugar already opened a refinery in Ghana last year, meaning they have more firepower to earn foreign currency there to mitigate against any drop in sugar price. In any case, this does not mean automatically drop in sugar price. The tariff reduction for imported sugar, it just tells you how sugar is in high demand. And I mentioned here in the last meeting that the Dangote Sugar Refinery is not just here waiting to look for where to sell sugar. They have long-standing contracts with beverage manufacturers. I mean, the brewery companies that produce malts, they use sugar. The soft drink manufacturers, Coca-Cola and Co., they use sugar. So they've signed long-term contracts. I think 2025 contract for supply of sugar to Coca-Cola was about 50-something billion. One company supply sugar to one company, 50-something billion. So Dangote Sugar Refinery is working on a whole lot of things to overcome any of these little things. They are too small to affect them. First off, they are doing a 500 billion naira rights issue. I think I should now share that because I have the resolution passed at the 20th annual general meeting of Dangote Sugar Refinery. Okay, shareholders approved, and I'll read it to us. The directors can now proceed to do that capital raise. To approve capital raise, the subject to approve the relevant regulatory authorities, the directors of the company be and are hereby authorized to raise capital of 500 billion naira by way of rights issue through the issuance of ordinary shares on such terms and conditions, blah, 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 blah. So they are raising 500 billion to streamline the business, expand where necessary. They want to stop relying on foreign imports, because that's what Dangote Sugar Refinery suffered in the last 2 to 3 years now. Foreign exchange losses as a result of those dollar-denominated invoices. So now they are focusing on backward integration of sugarcane plantations, okay, and all manner that they are doing. So this is a time bomb waiting to explode. If you have two years time horizon, put money there. Don't put money and then come and start struggling. Oh, this one is not moving, that one is not moving. If you're a business person, you know, when you put money in something, you grow the thing before money starts coming back to you. We need to understand that this is not Forex. You are investing, buying a business. You will wait for time to do the rest, so you start seeing profit. Stop expecting quick gains. In any case, the market can reward you quickly as well. That's one thing I know. Okay. Ladies and gents, it's 1 p.m. now. We will go straight to taking your calls. We will still be taking comments, but it's time to hear your voices. Once again, for those who are just joining and who may not have seen, congratulations. This is what we went to Lagos, saw and conquered, all because you made it happen. So on all platforms, I'm trying to show it to you all so you can see it clearly. We did it. 100 African iconic personalities of the year. Congratulations, everyone. You all made it happen. We can't stop celebrating you. This is amazing. Thank you very much. So we proceed to taking your calls on TikTok. Please keep your environments quiet. Let's have a reasonable conversation. Hello, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from. Please, can you reduce the noise on your device? Lower the volume, please. Adebayo, are you there? Don Uyino, are you there? All right, tell us your name and where you're streaming from. Go ahead with your question, sir. I'm listening. Well, latest AI stocks that will give you rest of mind. I would say best AI stocks to give you rest of mind. Some people do not know that Amazon is an AI stock. Some people don't know that Uber is an AI stock. What's the noise in that background? For all the other tiny AI stocks, I would like you to stay away first. Amazon, Uber, Google. These are strong AI stocks. You just stay there and don't toy with those tiny ones until the US market fully picks up. And then hold onto your Jais Bank and Presco. You were asking if you could buy more Presco. I would say yes. Under 2,000 Naira, you can still buy more Presco. Okay, it's currently 2,002 Naira. Presco actually is coming from 2,300. So it's looking like after it dipped all the way down to 2,000 and It dipped down all the way to 1,700. It's now recovering back to that 2,300. Currently 2,002 naira. I think you should buy more if you want to. These are the kind of stocks that will run with this foreign incursion into the Nigerian market. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to be fast in picking callers. If you are a mistaken call, just walk away. Just cancel the call, okay? Because TikTok doesn't seem to separate what is a mistaken call and what is not. Whose phone is entertaining us? We don't want that entertainment now. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
Good afternoon, Coach. My name is Inge. I'm calling from the UK. Thank you, just to say thank you for everything you do. I know that sometime at the beginning of the year, I had a quick one-to-one session with you.
Okay.
And it's been good. I don't know if you remember, but that chat we had about how you can get money easy on this side. And then use it to invest. So that has been working. I just wanted to ask a few questions. One question is on Transcorp. What are your thoughts on Transcorp? I've held Transcorp for a while now. And I was wondering if I was going to maybe sell that Transcorp, because I'm not very confident in Transcorp, if I'm being honest. I think it's if I put the money I had in Transcorp more into more of the Zenith Bank, it would have done a lot better. So that's my question. What do you think about Transcorp, holding or selling?
Honestly speaking, at this point, as the CEO of your portfolio, you become ruthless. Proceed to offloading your Transcorp, get it where it should work for you, because this attitude of the owner of Transcorp or chairman of Transcorp, you just can't keep waiting. That's me right now. Those are my thoughts. The numbers only recently started changing for Transcorp, and so I can understand why that stock may be where it is. But truly speaking, how long shall one keep waiting? So for me, I think you should just pull the trigger, proceed elsewhere, enjoy your life.
Okay, great. Because I think he's been playing the same game with UVA.
Exactly.
I was a bit worried about
exactly.
Happy to see it go up.
Just do you and have no regrets whatsoever. If Transcorp, like, let's say, get to 100 naira tomorrow, as far as your money is working elsewhere, you are good to go. In the end, we're here to make the money. Thank you very much. Okay.
Question quickly. Dangote Sugar, I know you mentioned I've been piling up a bit on Dangote Sugar. This week I think last week it dropped to I entered at 66 and then it dropped to 63. I think it was last week, and I went in for more. So I think from what you said, it is also the good one.
Now you are thinking along the same line with Ikem Benzoic, who is also gunning for 1 million shares of that. Anybody who wants stay there for the cause, and then you will see results. Thank you very much.
Okay, just last one. Sorry.
Okay.
Alex, what do you think? I had Alex. I'm holding long term because I struggled. I don't want to miss out. So maybe it's fear of missing out. Really, I had the issue where I got was it Oklahoma at the time for 88 naira and see where it is today. So I don't know if I'm doing the right comparison, but I'm thinking I hold on to Alex. I don't know what you think. Just hold on to it long term.
Well, that's a long-term play. After they returned funds from their failed rights issue, they were getting bashings left, right, and center. My clear opinion was they bought an agri company that has planted plantations and unplanted hectares. That's a solid asset already. So I was of the opinion, settle down, grow this business organically. And if you must expand, don't go for too much money. Get a few investors here and there, do right, private placement, raise that money to do whatever you think is so necessary to do. Otherwise, stay calm and grow this business. People will get attracted to it. And then the next good news that came was that they published their results and we saw a leap in their revenue. Exactly. So something is going on. It's no longer as it was by this time last year when there was nothing, no reasonable revenue, and so on. They just need to be patient and manage the business. So for those in Ella Lakes, I'm still in Ella Lakes, just stay calm. If you can't wait, sell and go. But you know, the way these things behave. This same Presco selling for 2,000 today was being advertised on newspaper during their own public offer, 5 naira per share, 2001. So everybody just decide what you want and then follow the market news so you can know what's happening with your stocks, and then you don't go and sell something you later regret. Let some be the runners, right? Let some be for patience, and then we wait and see and read from everywhere. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Coach. Thank you very much.
Buzzy T, next caller.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon. Can we do it very fast? Ladies and gentlemen, UBA 52 naira 50 kobo, gaining more than 2 naira per share for the day. Surprise, surprise. Go on, sir.
Sir, congratulations on your award.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to you and everybody else as well. We all made it happen.
Yeah. Okay, quick one, sir. I have 4 million naira to deploy into my portfolio, right? And I won't lie, my pennies have not been doing so good, right? I have GIs, I have tantalizer and benefits. I bought them quite high, so I've been trying to double down and trying to average down. But then I just feel like whenever they go down, I go down with them. So I feel like am I doing a good thing? Is it a reasonable thing to do, or should I use those funds to just deploy them into the bigger, the blue chip stocks in my portfolio?
Did you, okay, because I was going to ask, did you not allocate funds to
Yes,
blue chips?
I have the Aerodel, Waco, NGX, PZ, and MCN. One of the pennies are benefit tantalizers and Jive.
Load up on the blue chips.
Okay.
Give the pennies some time. Even if you have to come back, they will give you time to still come back and still buy them cheap.
Okay. Another one, sir. I would like to add one more bank stock to my portfolio.
But I've been screaming UBA here since. If you miss UBA, go for Fidelity.
Okay. All right then. One last question, sir. Can I top up my NGX right now? My current average is 117. I don't know if this is a good time, or should I wait after dividend?
Well, they've done markdown for NGX. That NGX you're seeing there is post markdown at the moment. It's recovered very swiftly. So there's no marking down NGX anymore. And at 163, why not? If you have to top up.
Okay then. All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much for keeping it brief. And then we have Akudon Yido says, send us the recorded clip of your award and your presentation, please. Now, my presentation, I've been asking the organizers, they've not released to me yet, because I noticed when I went on their YouTube channel, it was live streamed that day. I didn't know. I would have informed my people here to connect. There was no sound. You know that challenge I always face when doing live stream, and then YouTube will say, Coach, no volume, no volume. That was what I experienced because I was the first speaker. I told you how I was surprised. I was supposed to do a goodwill message. Then just before the business and the leadership summit started, I was called up to come and give the keynote address. So my goodwill message became keynote address. So I was the first to speak. I guess that initial startup of live streaming that causes all sorts of confusion. Saw to it that there was no volume in the YouTube transmission of that speech. So I've been asking around if anybody recorded using other devices. You know, some of the stars who came, or say stars who graced that event, the likes of Ali Baba was there, the likes of Kafi Dance was there. Then you saw White Money or BBN, Big Brother Nigeria. We also had Tacha, Big Brother Nigeria. I was very impressed with Tacha. She does business. I think she has her own. Is it fashion? No, not fashion brand. Makeup brand. Tacha's makeup brand. I've forgotten what the name is. So Nigerians are really doing well. Africans are really doing great. I can tell you. And everybody just came really excited to meet, network, and all that. So so that's it. So I'm still waiting for that clip when I gave my speech. It will interest you. You know, I gave you a hint. I posted the hint I was going to say there, and I think I didn't do badly at all. It's just I didn't put on a tie. I wanted to be relaxed. So that's it. All right, on to the next caller. So if for the award, the clip is already on my social media platforms. I don't think I posted on TikTok, but it's on Instagram, Facebook, and anywhere else. Maybe I'll post the rest anywhere else that I haven't posted. So let's go on to the calls. Now we have Maubi in the house. He's been patiently waiting. Hello, Maubi. Let us hear your voice before we proceed to take more callers.
Yeah, hello, Coach. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to everybody in the house.
I hope your portfolio is bouncing very well.
Can you hear me, Coach?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great. First of all, I would like to say a very big congratulations to you and also to the house for your very deserving award. It's a testament of the work, of the good work you are doing, and I believe that gradually we are beginning to see the results. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
So I'll just hang on here. If anybody wants to speak, I'll be more than happy to engage.
All right, thank you very much. But I hope that your portfolio is experiencing the jump we're seeing right here.
My portfolio is amazing. Being a patient investor, of course, you can never go wrong. So.
Absolutely. Have you heard, guys? Being a patient investor, you can never go wrong. Listen, I want us to start seeing physically as we say these things, because there's something it does to you when you are physically present in the same room with the people who you've been hearing their voices. And they are telling you exactly how it happened. I mean, your life can never be the same. It can never be the same. Listen, we have very few places like this where everybody's looking out for each other and trying to pull everybody along. There are very few places like this. So if you find yourself in a circle as this one, congratulations. Not where they need money from you all the time. And you are seeing that what you are gaining from the group is swelling your pocket. I mean your bank account. You are of all men most fortunate. Okay? All right. Let's keep going with the calls. I'm going to take a few more, and then anyone who is available to talk, we go ahead and talk. Okay? Keep your environments quiet or we put you down. West side. We can't deal with that. Maybe it's a mistaken call. Let's see which other call connects so we can talk. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, that must be it. Oh, someone is cooking and I can smell afang soup there. It's all right. Let's let them concentrate. Fleming, are you there? We're trying to also connect with Uncle Willie. If it connects, let's go ahead. You know when they hit pot, they hit spoon on pot like that. Aha. Ladies and gentlemen, UBA 52 naira 50 kobo, 4 naira 50 kobo gained today. Something is happening. Hello, good afternoon. When they hit spoon in pot like that, you know that the food is ready. They've just done the last tasting and confirmed that this soup is ready. Let's see if we can hear from Miriam. Someone's okay. Please, coach. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you're streaming from?
Good afternoon, coach. It's Miriam from Lagos.
Miriam from Lagos. We are glad to have you. Go ahead.
Thank you, coach. Coach, please, I would like to know the exact price I can get Aradel. I actually got it before at 1,206, but then I don't know if I can buy more at this current price.
Wow, from 1,206 to 1,670. Well, you are investing in the future, and you never can go wrong if you're investing long term. Good thing you bought some at 1.2, you can actually go in and buy some more for yourself. The worst case,
My average cost will go up or something.
It will go up because you bought lower first. The problem is you are now in a fix whether to buy an average up or to watch that stock continue to grow until it touches 2,000 and then regret not adding more when it was under 2,000. By the way, your buying low has also positioned you to still remain in profit even if you buy higher now, unless you are buying much more than the volume you already have. Otherwise, if you buy at 1,600 now, by the time it averages out with what you bought at 1.2, your average entry might just end up at 1.3 or 1.4. So that still keeps you in profit at 1,600 that it will surely close today. And if that happens, you've got yourself more Aradel and still in profit. But I don't see Aradel at this point going back to 1,200.
Even if there is a pullback, it can't go back.
That pullback may not be coming so soon, because from what we see, it will rather keep going, so that whenever a pullback sets in, we'll be talking about a pullback from 1,718 back to 1.6.
Okay. So what do you think about Wema, by the way? I think from the little research I've made, it actually has a strong fundamental. Like I've seen, something is going on there. So I don't know. And with all the rally with the banking sector right now, I'm thinking of adding Wema.
I'm thinking you are late to the Wema party, because this Wema we're buying at 18. Maybe you didn't know us then, but it wasn't long ago. In any case, Wema is 28. Is it when you want to buy now? I would have my little doubt, not very serious, but little doubt, that this is the best time to buy Wema. Unless the bank rally is sustained beyond what we are seeing now. Otherwise, this Wema was as low as 25 just a few days ago or a week ago. So it's catching up with the current rally and seems to, of course, the fundamentals are good. From when I started saying buy Wema at 18. And I remember it was just in December, someone bought 1 million Wema at 18. Now we're seeing 28 naira per share, meaning it's done 10 million naira on that 18 million invested. So I really can't tell whether it will pull back from here or not.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Miriam. Coach, please, what's the better price to bid for WAPCO? Luckily, I just got UBA at 50. You see? Love it. That was brave. A stock that remained at 46, 45, even touched 44 and was just dilly-dallying when everybody else was running, finally started moving and you were brave enough to buy at 50.4. That move has earned you 2 naira immediately on the spot per share. If you bought 100,000 UBA at 50 naira 40 kobo, UBA is now 52 plus, meaning you have made 200,000 right this very hour. Neat. That was wow. Love it. Is becoming a sniper in the market. That was awesome. It took bravery to buy it at 50, having not bought at 46 and 48. And this timing is so perfect. Okay. All right. Grocery Mega Saver Store. Say, we missed you all. Yes, I missed you all too. Okay, next set of callers. While we are waiting for these calls to connect, someone is dancing there. My access. She says, Gladys Edegware. Gladys is another very patient investor. Hello. Can you lower your device so we can hear ourselves? Whoever is connected, can you speak up, unmute your mic and let's hear you? Is that IQB or Lily Ones?
I'm available. Coach, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Lily. Tell us.
My name is Lillian. I'm calling from Lagos.
Lillian from Lagos, the Lagos that favored me. Go on.
Coach, our award is so fine.
Beautiful, glittery. Thank you very much.
So, Coach, sometime I think ending of last 2 weeks, I called you that I have 2 million to invest, and you advised I should buy an Vita phone at 107. But Coach, Jesus, they don't run. It has flied. What do I do now? Even the next day when they called and you advised they should be that 108, I did. Be that 10 up to 113. 113, I couldn't buy. Coach, what do I do now? What strategy should I deploy? Or I don't know, is this still a good buy or I should go for something else?
Oof, it's 123 now. Even me who is advising you people to buy, I've not bought. Okay. Change strategy. Pursue after, you see, Unilever and UACN.
I have UACN. Remember, Coach, I was one of those that bought UACN when they announced the result last year, but I think 39 naira something.
I have a witness. I have a witness in the house. The market reacted against 60 kobo per share dividend, not knowing that UACN was trying to preserve retained earnings for the deal they finally made, and stock price has jumped to 105 naira now. Okay,
yes,
so
I was one of those people that
fantastic.
I hit and I got it.
You perfect. Okay, so Unilever.
Okay, at what price, Coach?
It's currently 105, up from 103.
What price should I beat today? So I can buy it today. Because my goal is long term, remember, 5 years.
Just buy 105. Just put in 105. You buy immediately. There are 140,000 offers at 105. Just buy and move on.
Okay. All right, Coach. Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations. More wins. Okay, let's keep talking. If it's a mistaken call, please just put it off and move on, as I am unable to identify which is a mistaken call and which is not. All right, looks like data with Miriam. Thank you very much. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from. Every other person, just mute your mic, please. Miriam, the floor is yours. Good afternoon.
Finally, I made My name
Finally.
is Miriam. I'm calling from Lagos.
You're calling from Lagos? Hello, Miriam. Are you there? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
I said I'm calling from Lagos.
Lagos.
Congratulations
Oh,
on your
Lagos. Lagos, my favorable Lagos. Thank you, Miriam.
Yes, please. So I'm currently holding about 7 stocks, and it was from your advice that I got those stocks, and they're doing well. But I'm currently thinking I want to tell you the stocks so that I'll know the ones to drop and maybe like the ones to buy more. So I need your advice on that.
Okay, let's do that fast. See how we can make it.
Okay. So I'm currently holding, I have WAPCO, I have Zenith Bank, I have FCMB, Aradel, I have Dangote Sugar Cement as well. Hello, can you
Is
hear
that
me?
all? Is that all? Looks like there's a bit of fluctuation in the network connection with Miriam. Is that all, Miriam?
Yes, with Wema Bank, that's all.
That's all. I'm sorry to disappoint you. There's nothing to sell there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All you need to do, get fresh funds, keep piling in on them. I do not know what the value of the portfolio is, but if it's up to 10 million, you have not overspread as well. You are in order. Just keep topping up on what you have and give time for the heavy lifting.
All right, so thank you very much. And please, we'll be looking out for micro stocks. Is that what they are called? So that
Penny
buy
stocks.
large volumes of them.
Penny stocks, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, we have penny stocks already that we have piled in on. If you are interested, Tantalizers, Mutual Benefits Assurance, Mark Nichols, UPDC REIT, Charms and Qtix. Just take your time and do a few checks and then take position. Long-term position, people of God, between 3 to 5 years is what we're giving those stocks. So don't buy and start worrying. Okay, plan your trade and trade your plan. All right, thank you very much. And I hope you are in your Lagos subgroup.
Yes, I am.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Jojo, next caller. Are you there? Please unmute your mic if you are with us. Let's have a conversation. Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from. Please speak a bit louder, and there's noise in your background. Oh, it's not safe to be driving and doing this, sir. Thank you very much. All the same. Nikki Wealth, are you there? Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
It's good to hear from you. You sound very confident. Let's do it.
Thank you. I've just been following you on social media. I think I started following you early this year.
Early this year.
I was wondering, where have you been for all my life?
Exactly. Where have you two been all my life?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure following you. And I just stumbled on this today. I don't even know you do live.
Oh,
Yes.
we do global live streams Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time. Tell us where you're calling from, Nikki.
Okay, I'm calling from the UK.
Fantastic. Go ahead.
Okay, two things. One, I said I just started investing,
Mhm.
and I invested in, I think it's only Zenith and GT Banks. Yeah, GT Bank, Zenith, and I think there's another one I did. I can't remember now. Access, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
That I have done. And right now, I'm really interested in, having a good base.
with 2.5 million to invest. And where to keep that. Yeah, I heard you talking about penny stocks. I didn't get the names you ruled out, to be honest. I didn't get those names. So I would also like to know about that so I can begin to plan ahead.
Are you in the Net Worth Investors Club yet?
No, where is that?
Okay, we're on Discord app. What you can do, anyone who wants to join, it's only one way. Follow me on Instagram, then send a request to join the Net Worth Investors Club or Discord group. We are on Discord. Over 7,000 fellow Nigerians abroad and in Nigeria, and a sprinkle of some foreigners. So you can feel free to send a request, forward the link to you to join. Why am I referring you there? Most of the questions and discussions held here, you find them there. So you can easily ask, okay, for the 1 million challenge stocks, what are those? Those are the penny stocks I was reeling out. They will just list them out for you. Very helpful. Fellow, you know what they say about birds of the same feather? We are always just looking out to helping each other there. Very interesting. And it's free. Do not be a victim of any criminal who uses my DP and name to go around soliciting for you to download a strange app to invest. What I don't tell you in public, I can't come in secret to tell you. And part of the reasons why I don't follow back is for your protection. If I follow you back, when that criminal uses my DP, because I've changed DPs, they still keep getting the current one. If they come into your DP and start chatting you, you won't know that that's not me. So anyone who comes into your DM first using my face or name is a criminal, because I won't DM you first. Okay? So everyone, please understand this and stay safe. Net Worth Investors Club is a do-it-yourself club. It's not an investment club where we request that you bring money for us to invest for you. No. Is that clear, Nikki?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
I'll send you this ATM shortly.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gents, we're still taking the calls. We are not relenting, but we'll also be taking your comments as well. Okay, let me hop in to see what's going on YouTube. Suleiman Usman says, apart from large cap stocks, which of the 1 million challenge stocks are likely to benefit from the foreign portfolio investment? Okay, I think I've responded to that. We really do not know right now because those guys are not, they don't care about pennies. Even US penny stocks crash anyhow when there's a market decline. So nobody wants to get into a new market space looking for penny. Just the other day, I was looking at the best 10 dividend paying stocks on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, that's the South African Stock Exchange. While doing that, I wasn't looking at pennies because I need to be very much grounded in that environment and the economy to now understand the pennies. But I don't need any much of that. So I was looking at the best blue chip stocks. That's how they do here. They will do here when they come in. Hello, good afternoon, Flourish. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, tell us where you're streaming from.
Okay, I'm streaming from Abuja.
Flourish from Abuja. Go ahead and flourish with your questions.
Okay, sir. I started investing last year and my portfolio was 3 million, was 10 companies. I don't know if I've overspread and which one to sell. Because when I started, I didn't really have, I'm not really grounded in it. I was just buying and I spread to 10 stocks.
Are you in the Net Worth Investors Club?
No, sir.
That's the reason why, because we've always discussed, do not over diversify. 3 million naira worth of portfolio, 10 stocks, that's over diversification. So even as the market is moving, you know the danger of these things. Everybody listen to this. The Nigerian exchange is already doing 40-something%. Or is it 39%? The Nigerian exchange as a whole is already performing 39% year to date, January to date. That means your portfolio shouldn't be doing anything less. Now, when you have too many of these stocks in your portfolio, you don't see growth because the money is too littered all over the place. 3 million naira, maximum number of stocks you should have is 3. So you are overloaded by 7. Go on the Net Worth Investors Club. Say again.
Should I sell some now? I said, what do I do now? Should I sell some of them?
Listen to this. Listen to this. This is why I say follow me on Instagram. Request for the link to join the group, the Discord group. That's where you should share the list of stocks on your portfolio so we can identify which ones you should get rid of. Okay? When that portfolio is trimmed down to 3 or maybe 4, you will see the difference. The gains will now increase faster than you have ever been experiencing since last year. Okay? Thank you very much, Flourish. So these are the problems with just going into investing on your own. And I knew all along that stock investment, if you go it alone, you'll be missing a lot of things. And that's why I created the Net Worth Investors Club. There has to be a community where you get this knowledge that can't be taught in one boot camp or one, session, seminar, all those things. You have to, it's a culture. So we are trying to build that investment culture. And if you are investing, then you need the knowledge. So you don't behave like you are gambling. So many people come into stocks and feel that they are gambling. So when they see one small gain, they run. The company you are selling and running away from because you made 1 million naira gain, the company is still in business, creating more value to make more money so that 2 years, 1 year after you sell that stock for 20 naira, it's now 150 naira. All right, we go on to the next callers. But before then, Stone Million says, hello, coach. I have 5 million to invest in dividend stock between 2 months. I don't understand. You have between 2 months. You want to invest between 2 months. I'm thinking buying Zenith before 28 so I can meet up their dividend payment next month and sell out. What do you think? I'm coming to you. When you come with the Maradonic approach, the market can surprise you. There's something called markdown. This is the reason why we advise people, don't be in a hurry. The stock market is not a fixed asset class. Invest money you can be patient with and wait. Probably keep investing and reinvesting. That's the way to make the most of the stock market. If you buy Zenith at 127, then you wait the markdown to collect dividend. They mark it down to 118 or 115. You'll be selling at 115 what you bought at 127 because you collected 11 naira or 8 naira dividend. So you've got to know what you are doing before you get disappointed. It may take some time before it recovers from the markdown price back up to how much you bought it. So be aware that there is something called markdown before the Maradonic moves. Okay? So if you are coming in with short-term funds, just know that you may not receive the same amount you bought after you have taken the dividend, because the stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If they give you dividend and now they'll mark it down from the stock price, the market forces will now determine whether it goes back up to where you bought it from before markdown, or it stays back down for a while. So if you are timing to collect the money to do something around the time you want to sell and it's down, you are stuck. You are going to be forced to sell at a loss or you stay longer. So I've explained all that you need to know. At this point, you can make your decision. Okay, ladies and gents, I hope you are getting something from here. We've not heard from our Facebookers. Let's go there and hear a bit from them. What's your take on CWG? Since they have negative cash flow in the full year 2025 results. Yes, free cash flow can be negative at times. Someone called in the other time, if you remember, someone called in. It was a lady. She was making a good point when she said, oh, Zenith Bank has a negative free cash flow. I explained in detail that negative free cash flow is not a wrong thing. As long as the funds are utilized properly, it can change almost immediately. And what do we have? As at that time, Zenith was around 50 or 48. Today, the Zenith is at 127. So it's normal for negative free cash flow to reflect in the books. The health of a company is actually determined by its balance sheet. Just make sure it's not negative shareholders funds. That's all. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Your name and where you're streaming from, sir?
Soji, I'm actually calling from Canada.
Soji from Canada, congratulations. You know why? Suddenly, you do not have to cut your sleep short to invest in the stock market, because the Nigerian exchange in 7 days from now is going to be extending trading hours. It's no longer going to be 10 a.m. to 2:20 p.m. It's now going to be 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Nigerian time.
Wow, that's a good news, Coach. I'm so happy to
Congratulations, Soji, and everyone.
Thank you so much, Coach. I just want to appreciate you for everything you do. And I'm proud to associate with this family. And within the limited time I've joined this family, I've actually seen the transformation that I've been waiting for. I got in with Aradel at 1,200. Waking up to see Aradel at 1,600 and something, man, I feel so happy. And then I'm encouraging other people who are watching at the moment to please jump on the bus. This is the right place to. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much, Soji. Maybe we just found our Canada subgroup leader. Thank you very much. Thank you, Soji. Nice one. Do you know that it takes guts to do what he did? We saw Aradel 1,200 he bought, and he must have heard that we bought Aradel 400 and something. Some people bought at 700 and something, some at 600 and something. When it got to 800 and 900, not many of us bought, because to us it was expensive. So he came in, bought at 1,200. Here we are, 1,600. He's grateful for 400 naira on top. How about you? You that bought at 400, you have received 1,200 per share within 1 year. Still within 1 year. Now look at that. Gabi says, I bought at 475. 1,000. You see, that's one thing with these stocks. It was Presco that did it 2024 December. 400 and something we bought. As at the time you are buying 400 and something, you are wondering, is this thing not expensive? Then we had the likes of Aradel come at 400 and something again, and we're wondering, is it not expensive? It loads you with 1,000 on top. As for Aradel, more than 1,500 on top. Now a stock is behaving like that again within that price range, and I've started collecting a little. Hello, my Kiao. You are sounding down. Tune up the enthusiasm volume. Raise it.
Hi, Coach. Good afternoon. At least I made like 200 naira on my Aradel.
Come on now. So what are you talking? Why are you so down? Huh?
Yeah, I mean, but I'm not really happy because I don't have much.
You were afraid it was too expensive. You were afraid it was too expensive. You were afraid it was too expensive that time.
No, I was just looking for, I was praying to the God of fresh funds.
Oh, fresh funds. The French funds matter. I see. When you hear fresh funds, you know somebody has been in the Discord group for long. Fresh funds.
I've been praying for fresh funds to top up. I've had to average up this morning because I'm having a fear of missing out. But again, it is Araja, so I thought maybe it's just average up today. So I topped up with 2,000 units this morning. I don't know if it is a good one.
Very good.
Average price is 1384.
Very good one. Very good one. You still remain in profit, and that is the beauty of buying early. You can afford to come and still buy it much more. It is heavy to buy higher, but your average price is still keeps you in profit.
Okay.
So that is a better move than feeling it's too expensive now, only to see it climb to 2,000 naira.
Yeah.
And then you become more disappointed.
Because on Friday, my portfolio grew from almost 33%, but now that I've topped up, I have like 6,700 and it has come down to 19%, which is not so bad.
Watch out. The beauty of your move will also reflect in the dividends when they pay, because Aradel should be paying something around 40 naira, if not more, per share. So the God of fresh funds will manifest through your Aradel dividend. She laughs. Oh my God.
I need your take on this, right? I have a bit God of fresh funds was nice to me, so I have a bit more to talk about.
Okay.
Right now, I'm talking in between talking of more Aradel down to your MTN.
Okay, more means you already have a bit of each of them, right?
Okay, so I'm just saying I have right now 6,786 of Aradel. In MTN, 5,800, and MTN have 2,800. So,
And you are looking at deploying how much?
4M. So I did 2M this morning. No, I did 3M this morning for Aradel. I still have 4M to deploy. I don't want the flight to go in the extra.
Yeah, understand. Yeah, understand. So let's see. MTN is at 825, Dan Cement is at 840. MTN is amongst the least. No, Dan Cement is the least in volume from what you listed.
Yes, that's it.
Total number of stocks in your portfolio is how many?
So I have Aradel, Dangote, MTN, Wema, and Zenith. Okay, so for my NACO, I have 24,700.
No, just total number of shares.
Total number of shares, okay, 7 right now.
7.
2, 3,
Portfolio value?
Portfolio value 29,475.
Fantastic. Buy beta glass
Okay,
with these fresh funds.
okay. So I should leave Aradel alone for now.
Yes, leave it for now.
Okay, beta glass. Okay. What's the entry price, coach?
470.5.
Okay. Right.
All right.
Penny stocks, I was thinking between Veritas app and Link Assure. Which one should I take?
I've not really checked what linkage is up to. On paper, I would go for Veritas, but I think I need to be sure if linkage is a better move.
Okay. Okay, maybe I should just bid for a bit of Veritas today. Thank you so much, Coach.
All right, well done. Nice distribution there, so you'll be expecting some very good dividend cash flow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Enjoy your day.
All right, you too. Enjoy your day, Coach. Please, what's that's coming from? What is the better price to bid for WAPCO? Love it. Love it. You seem to be fortunate today. Your questions are catching every time I look through Instagram. Wow, WAPCO is also quietly moving. 248. If you are lucky, you'll be buying after 60,000 people. Otherwise, 249. WAPCO is gathering steam as we speak. Hello, Coach. What's your take on bitter glass? Ha ha ha. Oh, Yemi Akinola, bitter glass, Boa Food, and Transcorp. I would settle for bitter glass only in that list. And I'm still buying bitter glass. I'm not done yet. Ladies and gentlemen, UBA just performed one of the mysteries of the moment. Somebody is going there and still buying UBA at 47 naira 95 kobo. 47 naira 95 kobo. We will watch and see how this plays out. What UBA closes at the end of the day. Hello, Maobi. You've been quiet all along. We're going to speak to the next person. So let's see. Hello, good afternoon, Adroyale. Did I get your name right? All right, tell us your name. I want to hear how to call you next time. Your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Adroyal. I'm streaming from Lagos.
Adroyal from Lagos, my Lagos people. Go ahead. You have the floor.
I've been following you for quite some time now, and I'm really interested in investing, and I've also opened my Atlas portfolio. I have a 50K to start up to deploy, but I want you to advise me on what to buy so I do not start wrong.
50K, go in for TIP, the Initiates PLC.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Maobi, do you have an advice for Adroyal?
Yeah, hello, Coach. Actually, I totally agree with your suggestion. For an investment of 50,000 for a start, we always advise everybody start at your base. So for 50K, you might be looking at it as so small in the market, but I can tell you, it can also be very big with time. That's the caveat there. So the Initiate PLC is a very good option for you. Secondly, you might also want to consider tantalizers. But it's very good for me to point out that these two stocks, especially tantalizers, you will need to be really patient for the long term. So these are not the kind of stocks that you want to jump in today and every day you are, monitoring the market fluctuations and everything. So go in there with your funds that you have at the moment, buy a tip. That's the number one recommendation. Or tantalizers for the long term. Stay in there, be patient, and you'll be very happy that you did.
Thank you, Adroyal. And thank you very much. We still need to take one more call here. Coach, I have 987 units of MTN and I currently have 300K. Can I sell my MTN add with 300K for beta? Fabi Bright, why do you do like this? Well, if you feel so, I hope you can wait like us. That's another thing. Otherwise, I would think build up on your MTN. I know MTN is now expensive, nearly double the price of bitter glass. So I can understand a little bit of attraction to bitter glass. Not bad, actually, that move. Okay, let's take one more caller. Who shall that be? Elijah. EG Elijah. Let's see if it connects. Coach, what's your take on FCMB? Actually, FCMB doesn't look like it is ready to compete with the way they have behaved. Okay, EG, hello, good afternoon. It's not connecting. Time is running out, so we go on to the next. Peace. Let's see if Peace connects. Hello, Peace. Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Peace. I'm streaming from Abuja.
Peace from Abuja. Awesome. Looks like Abuja and Lagos are in very stiff competition here. Go ahead, Peace.
In all my portfolio, FCMB is the one that is still ticking red. So I don't know. What's your take on FCMB? I was the one that asked the question. Is it market down in any time soon,
or you should give up? At this point, I'm not too sure FCMB is the right place to be, considering there are very many other options. If it moves, it can only move based on the current activities in the market. From what I'm seeing, it's
like about 10,000 shares on FCMB.
Okay, what you can do, ride the latest bank rally. That's what I'm saying here. There are 25 million bids for FCMB and only 87,000 offers. That is to say, FCMB has potentials to sell at 13 Naira plus, even though it's currently at 12. So ride the rally, let it jump, keep jumping, and then capitalize on how high it goes, sell. Then you move on to other things. Makes sense?
My Fidelity too. I bought Fidelity last month at 19 Naira.
Beautiful. Stay there. For that one, stay there. There is some sort of hidden value. Fidelity is currently on full bid. 22 Naira 5 kobo. 29 million bids, 0 offers. So everybody now wants that your Fidelity you bought at 19. And they are bidding as high as 22 Naira already. Be proud of yourself, Peace. Good move there.
Thank you so much, Coach. I should be thanking you because I have no idea of buying shares or whatsoever. I started following you from Instagram.
Wow.
That's when that's when I started buying
Awesome. These are the people we were sent to. People who can take instruction and process from a distance and see results. No charge. Free. Please. Okay? I hope you are in the Network Investors Club now.
I have not joined though. I don't know.
She has not joined and she's benefiting from your club. People of God, can you see? So what you would do, send a request on Instagram, follow and send a request there. You join and look for your subgroup. Abuja subgroup is there, because when we'll be doing physical live streams, it is a subgroup and the ESCO that will organize, and let's meet physically. We're not joking here. We will see ourselves physically and you begin to really grasp these things real time. Well done, Peace. You learn from a distance. You didn't join the club. Wow. That tells us how smart. Don't worry. We are very proud of people like you.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. Maobi, what do you have to say to her before she goes? Don't run away. She wants to run. Maobi, say something.
Yeah, please don't run. This is a place to stay.
So much gain.
Exactly. Very impressive. That's it.
That's a testament. Yeah, that's a testament to your own, personal zeal towards investment. And when you combine that with the kind of knowledge and engagement that you get in the club, then I can guarantee you that your longevity, your lifespan in the market will be guaranteed 100%. So please, like Coach has already said, join Network Investors Club on Discord. Feel free to engage. Good. So we'll be very happy to have you there. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, sir.
Thank you. So, Maobi, you want to say your parting shots as we close? It's past 2 p.m.
Yeah, already we are 5 minutes gone.
Exactly.
Believe me, I didn't even know that we have spent that much. Just want to end today by talking to every investor here, praying for fresh funds. We all pray for fresh funds. And believe me, we are almost in the dividend season, and the fresh funds you are praying and hoping for will be before you in a matter of days or weeks. So what you do with them is what we guarantee, or what will make a real impact in your portfolio as you progress in your investment journey. So when those dividends come, make sure you have a plan, make sure you have a way to reinvest for you to be sure that, okay, your portfolio is growing, not just in value, but also according to the plan that you have. So I'm very happy to be here today, and I hope to join again on Wednesday. Thank you, Coach, and thank you to everybody listening.
Thank you very much, Maobi. We had a great time with you. Now we know what we missed when you were banned by TikTok, but good thing you are back. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to appreciate you all on behalf of the rest members of Net Worth Investors Club. Once again, this is our crown. We can't stop sharing. Okay, you made this happen. Without you, it's impossible. Congratulations to all of you. And it's time we take this one step further. That's why we're ramping up the club structure, organization, and all that, so we can start seeing ourselves physically meeting and discussing investments. Okay, and there's a whole lot you can gain from such physical interactions and meetings. Never mind, you will find out where we start meeting. But until then, get engaged in club activities right there on Discord, and locate your subgroup, because your subgroup leaders are about to emerge from the central organizing team and of course leadership team to start working on active participation at the subgroup levels. Okay, apologies to anyone whose calls I could not take and comments I couldn't meet up with. We can do this again on Wednesday and on Friday this week. Don't forget, Net Worth Investors Club, we do this global live stream every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And the good news I'm leaving you with is the Nigerian Stock Exchange will start trading 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. from the 27th, 7 days from now, on my birthday eve. What a birthday present. 27th of this month, trading will go on from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Don't forget, and from wherever you are, you can now continue to get back into the market before they close by 4 p.m. Until we meet again, this is me saying thank you very much and all the best as your portfolio continues to fly. Thank you and have a great one. Bye for now.